Hello and welcome to Football City. We are talking about Manchester City 4, Liverpool 0 in the FA Cup quarter final. Did we expect a game like this? I know we all make our predictions before a game kicks off, but I don't think any of us predicted this. Or maybe you did. Maybe you thought Man City were going to absolutely batter Liverpool, which they did today. And we could talk about how great Man City were and how bad Liverpool were. But ultimately in this video, I want to talk about Arne Slot. Is it time for Slot? Is it end of the road, like boys to men? Is it time for him to walk out the door, pack his bags and move on to pastures new? I'd love to know what you think in this video. This is Football City. Before we get into it, please do all that good stuff. Give their video a like, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Arne Slot. So coming into this game, we all make our predictions, but coming in, I don't know how many of us thought Liverpool were going to win. Based on Liverpool's form recently, you know, we've seen them lose to Brighton, draw to Tottenham and get beat by Wolves. I mean, that was a shocker. And yeah, in between there was victories against Galatasaray and they did beat Wolves in the FA Cup 5th round. But Liverpool's form coming into this, I watched the Brighton game the other week and I just thought, this Liverpool team are not scary anymore. There is no fear factor when it comes to playing Liverpool. So I don't think any of us felt like Liverpool were going to win, but I didn't think they would lose in this manner. To be 2-0 down at half-time and then after half-time, 2 more quick goals. Liverpool were just done. Liverpool were just done. And like I say, we could talk about how bad Liverpool were, but the Slot, I don't know if you want to call it an experiment, because I think an experiment is disrespectful to Slot because he's come in, he's won a Premier League, he's won some silverware, he's won the thing that we're all reaching for, we all want to win the league, and he won that, so you can't call it an experiment. But you got to think, man, has this stopped working? So the Liverpool fans and the mates that I talk to, they kind of fall into 2 camps. You've got one camp that says, well, yeah, we love Arne Slot. He came in, he won the Premier League. You've got to respect him. You've got to give him his flowers. You've got to respect what he's done. And also maybe we've got these 2 seasons that Arne Slot the wrong way around, because after he came in and got Klopp's side, Klopp had gone out, you know, you'd expect him to have a season like this where you win games, you lose games, and if you end up finishing 5th or 4th maybe or 6th, you know, that's probably a semi-decent season for Arne Slot, a new manager who's come to the Premier League, and you know, but he's got silverware. But I think what people are saying there, they're saying that this season where he's coming 5th and 6th is kind of what you'd expect from his first season. And maybe if he hadn't had the first season where he'd won silverware already, you wouldn't have such high standards for him. On the other side of the spectrum, I've got Liverpool supporting mates who say, no, this is bad, this ain't good, it ain't working, the team's embarrassing, how far we have fallen, it is time for him to go. And you look at the money that they spent, you know, hundreds and hundreds of millions of pounds bringing in the likes of Ekitike and Wirtz and Isak, who I know has been sidelined for much of the season, and Kirkes, Frimpong, but the team are just not as good as they are. They spent all that money and they've got worse. They've got worse as a team. I mean, at the start of this season, my predictions for top 4, I predicted that Liverpool would win it quite easily. I thought getting Isak through the door was a cheat code. I thought the league is done. They're just going to win things. They'll win at least 1 trophy. They'll probably win a couple of others. I just thought Liverpool are the team to beat, but how far? How far this team has fallen. And unfortunately, that's under the management of Arne Slot. You can argue that decisions are made, you know, above him, and you know, someone has to sign off those players that are brought in. But the team has got worse, and the Liverpool team that I've watched in recent seasons, that Klopp team, who were, I hate to say it, but at times watching that Liverpool team, they were perfect. That team of, you know, 6-7 years ago, where you had, you know, Firmino, Salah, Mane in that front line, Henderson, Wijnaldum, even James Milner in that midfield, Fabinho, you know, they were a better team. Watching that team, they were perfect. Watching that team pass the ball around, there was barely a stray pass. That team was such a good team, and how far that team has fallen when you watch them now. Watching Liverpool, not scared of watching them anymore. I mean, I've got friends that I message after Liverpool lose, just like they message me when Man United lose or drop points, and you know, ha, your team has lost. I got to admit, at this stage, it's got boring. I am bored of messaging my Liverpool supporting amigos to say, your team lost. Big shame. What happened there? At this stage, it just feels like bullying because the team is so bad. I mean, today, 4-0 down. And then also, by the way, the cherry on the cake for all of us who don't support Liverpool is Salah missing that penalty. What has happened to the mighty Mo Salah? And obviously he's moving on, but that Liverpool team, they just suck. They're not good. And now we move on to, or Liverpool move on to PSG in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And, you know, a week ago, I had Liverpool fans saying, look, we're still in 2 competitions, man. We can still win the FA Cup. We can still win the Champions League. Ain't happening, man. I mean, if Liverpool play anything like they played today against PSG, PSG are going to cut them up and eat them for dinner easily. It'll be done in the first leg. I can't say I'm worried for Liverpool because I don't support Liverpool, but Liverpool could get beaten quite badly because PSG are a fantastic team, and PSG have had more of a break than Man City had coming into this, and it's like, yeah, it's going to be very difficult. I will be watching that game. Is it Tuesday night or Wednesday night? I will be watching that game. It'll be entertaining for the neutral to watch. It could be horrendous for Liverpool, so you might want to look away when you step up against PSG. But ultimately, going back to the question I asked is, how do you feel about Arne Slot? Do you think it's time up? I was probably doing a video like this earlier in the season when they started dropping points here and there. I personally don't think the Slot reign has been a success. Yes, they won a Premier League at the start, but it ain't looking good, man. And you think about where they dropped points, you know, it's one thing losing to Man United at Anfield, I'll take that, you know. It's one thing losing to Man City like they did earlier at the start of the season, where maybe you've got injuries or you're on a bit of a bad spell. But you think about who Liverpool have dropped points to, the likes of Fulham and, you know, newly promoted Leeds United, and you know, losing to Brighton. But I mean, the ultimate kicker is losing to Wolves. I mean, Man United, we drew 1-1 to Wolves, and that felt like a real embarrassment. I know Arsenal drew with Wolves as well, but to lose 2-1 to that Wolves team, one of the worst teams we've seen in the Premier League for a long time. And yeah, I know Wolves started to pick up momentum, but to lose to Wolves, and I think the one goal that Liverpool scored against Wolves was like a Wolves mistake. You know, it's not been a good season for Liverpool. So yeah, Liverpool fans, neutral fans, what do you think? Is it time up for Slot? And if it is time up, who do they get next? Where do Liverpool go to next? What does next season look like for Liverpool? I would love to know what you think. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Like I said at the start, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. This is Football City, where we talk about all things football. I would love your support, would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. This is Football City. Stay tuned for the next video and I will catch you then. Until then, take care.